Hi everybody, Sanbonani. Welcome to my channel. Do make sure that you are subscribed and also do like the video. Listen, you guys, I'm going to have a few videos that I'm going to do about the McKennas because we are a little bit behind with my reviews, but there are things that are coming up that are quite interesting about that show, you guys. Listen, I really do think that DSTV didn't think about this one. I think that the Thursday slots, there are three shows that possibly deserve that slot. They should have put these shows after Uthandoni's team. Instead, they chose Londi London's show, which is boring. Okay? Boring. Yeah, bora show ka Londi London. I think that you guys, they should have put the McKennas, because I think that even though they don't have a lot of drama, but it is a very interesting and relatable show, the McKennas. I think that you guys, Kwanjo Mane, the one that they have over there on Mzansi Wethu, I think Kwanjo Mane. Okay, I don't know why some of you are sleeping on Kwanjo Mane show. Every time I review it, some of you are like, what are you talking about, Dando? And then it's Nganele, you guys. The three shows. I think those three shows deserved that Thursday slot. I don't know how or who made a decision that it was going to be Londi London's show that goes on a Thursday night, you guys. But I guess it's better. Thursday is better than Sunday, okay? So, yeah. And I did see some people also on Facebook talking about the same thing. And I was like, okay, then I'm not really like all the way wrong about this thought that I'm having, that they really didn't make a good decision in terms of what replaces Uthandoni's table. Because we can't have such a high on Uthandoni's table and then it's like, duh, at least if they put Ingane as a sample, even though Ingane as a sample is not as exciting as Uthandoni's temple, but kuye feeling as kusaqhubeka leso story, So yeah, the Londi London show kind of thing, I don't know. I think they thought it was going to work out differently than it's actually working out. I'm not even like catch up. When I don't see it, I don't see it. When I sit down in my dining room and it happens to come on, you guys, and then I watch. Anyways, with the McKennas, we are actually now getting to know more of the kids, you guys, which I love, because I feel like if they focus on the sisters only, stories will end up as spora, because we've known the McKennas for a long time. Some of the drama that is being talked about now, we knew about it long time ago, and also they've trended on social media for different things, especially the labor situation. So at some point the stories were going to bore us if they were only going to focus on the sisters Ulatoya, Pauline and Hunze. But there's also children here, you guys. We've met actually three sons of Latoya, because there's also a baby, and then we've met Ulubia, okay? And then with Paulina, I think we've met two boys. I'm still not sure which one is Hunze's son, because Hunze also has children. They've said that she has children, not just a child, but there is a child that she had with Pauline's husband, okay? Or her ex-husband, but he was still her husband at the time, you guys. Now, when it comes to Latoya, she has made a decision that she wants to go to therapy with her children, which I think she needs, you guys, because I do think that with her not living with her children, most of the time that there's a reason why they can't live with her. She said that she could not afford to keep them, and all of her kids have really good fathers. Even the sister was saying that they're very lucky in that way, because all of their baby daddies are really responsible when it comes to the kids, so they are able to take over when they can't, okay? Which is not a bad thing, because not women, we raise kids all the time when fathers can't, okay? However, I do feel like when a mother is not able to live and raise their kids, it affects the kids differently than a dad. Not to say that a dad is less important, okay? So I do feel like even when you see them interact with each other, you can see that they are friendly with each other, but also I don't know if they are all the way comfortable with each other. And I don't know, you guys, maybe ama camera also affects the way that they are, because they are not used to having cameras all the time yet, especially like the kids. So yes, you guys. So Latoya decided that she wants to go to therapy with Lubia. I think the reason that she chose Lubia as her daughter is because even though Lubia is not easy, because Lubia is calling Latoya to take accountability all the time. Okay, she's not giving her an easy time. But I think that Latoya knows what to expect with Lubia, because they have conversations all the time. She knows what Lubia's complaints are as far as she's concerned, as far as Umjolowaki is concerned, and all of that. So I feel like they are doing therapy for the show, because if they wanted to do therapy, they would have done it already before. They would have gone and seen a therapist. So they are doing it now for the show. But she was choosing Lubia, I think, because there is the therapy that will be the easiest for her, because she would know what to expect, because she talks to her daughter all the time. The difficult one will be her sons, okay? But Lubia was like, listen, I'll go to therapy, but I won't just go when it's just me and you. I will go if you invite my brothers as well. And I suspect that the reason that Lubia is saying that she wants the brothers to come is because she knows that brothers also have their own issues. Maybe they are not able to express them as much as Lubia is able to express her frustrations, her stresses when it comes to her relationship with her mom. But she is seeing the opportunity to for them to actually sort things out with their mother. Now, what I'm hoping that Latoya doesn't do is her bringing Ubaba, which is the baby daddy. Okay, don't bring him to therapy, because I feel like as much as the kids are respectful towards him, but guys, how cute are Latoya's kids? Okay, they're so cute and they're so respectful. And even though we know they don't like Baba, okay, but they're still very respectful to him as well. I love them. I love all of them. Now, you guys, I do think, you guys, that there is something to say about Lubia not being at school. And we're not talking about university here. We're talking about my matric. She was supposed to be doing grade 12 at some point, and she quit because she knew what she wanted, okay? I always feel like it's very irresponsible when parents allow kids to do that. Do not allow your kid to quit high school, because I feel like it's the most difficult thing to go back to, when you quit high school and then maybe 2-3 years later you have to go back, and your friends are like at varsity, some of them are working. Rather take a break after matric than, take a breather or something, but don't quit like high school. Primary we should not even, okay? Mfakeni uswazi, khipha ibhande ushaye ingane ihambe esikoleni nje kuphele kanjalo. Angi-understand guys indaba yey'ngane ezingafundi. We saw that with who's the lady from the Mommy Club. Her daughter also, there was an issue with her going to school, you guys. I don't know. I guess maybe it's more common than I think. Maybe, Mina, because I'm around just average people where school is not an option. You will go to school until grade 12. In fact, you will continue to go to school until you are tired of school, okay? Unless you can present to me something very, very tangible. But that thing that you want to present to me must not happen before you have your grade 12. So I don't understand how people allow their kids to quit school before grade 12. But you guys, I'm okay to learn that this is something that people do, but I'm just shocked by the fact that there are parents that allow that. So Olubia is saying that she's considering going back to school. She actually realized that, it's important to have that structure where you wake up and you have something to do. And I think that she's doing some acting and all of that. And I think that maybe she thought that was going to occupy her time. Okay, I remember, you guys, when I finished matric, and like universities open later than like schools, and I was looking at kids going to school, and when you are still going through that thing where you are uncertain about what's going to happen, am I going to get accepted to any university, and you're still waiting for, so still about results. I think about results, but I remember just watching kids go to school and being uncertain about what was going to happen with me, and feeling like, hey, bo, it's a most. So I just imagine, you guys, somebody that just quits, like a child that just quits school. So I hope that Lubia says that now she realizes that she shouldn't have quit, so that is a good thing, and she says that she's going to go back. Okay, so I hope that she does, because she's young enough to do it. Okay, now you guys, so I guess in the next episodes we are going to be seeing Latoya and her kids in therapy. The only thing, you guys, is that I don't know why, but there is a trailer of Lubia calling Latoya, and I was like, I didn't realize she doesn't call her mom. Okay, and that said something. Do your kids call you by your names? I don't even think my kids know my name. I don't even think they know my name, okay? They might not even know my surname, honey, okay? So I was surprised by that, but yes, because I think that is going to be good to see. Therapy in reality shows does really well, okay? We saw Utano Nesembu, we also saw the lady that I'm forgetting, Uhe P, on the Mommy Club, going to therapy with her child, with her daughter. So, it makes for good TV therapy. Then, you guys, of course, with the McKennas, there is that scandal of Hunse having a child with Pauline's husband, who was her husband at the time. Now, you guys, Pauline talks as if she does not believe that Hunse was art. So I feel like, hey guys, sometimes I feel like I understand her, because I mean, if you've been art, apparently there's a weekend where her and her friend were kidnapped by somebody, and they were art. They said that they were art. And then there was also the thing with Pauline's husband and Hunte. I want Hunte and Pauline in the same room doing therapy, and I want to hear that story. I want to hear Hunte telling that story in front of Pauline, and I want to hear Pauline tell that story in front of Hunte, because I suspect that we don't know the truth yet. Pauline speaks as if they had an affair. But if you look at, it looks like Pauline and Hunte's age difference is too big for them to be fighting over a boyfriend. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know, you guys. Apparently, Hunte said that Pauline took her boyfriend, and I was like, was it even a boyfriend, or was it an other situation? I want to understand that situation. So I hope that even with Pauline, you guys, she will get to talk more about that situation. But I feel like I've heard enough of her side. I want Hunte present when she tells that story, so that we can hear if Hunte agrees that that is how things happened between her and Pauline's ex-husband. Okay, now you guys, listen, okay, I'm still loving Okoko, but they are not showing much of her. But I mean, I guess I understand, you guys. Being 103 is a lot. For you to be 103 and being a reality TV star, it's just a lot, okay? Sometimes you just, our reality star needs a break, okay? But I'm always just loving seeing Okoko. In this episode, we actually got to see Blondie cutting his mom's nails. Guys, age mates, you know what I'm going through. Oh, guys, my memory is playing tricks with me. Okay, Blondie was cutting his mom's nails. I like how they all just love grandma and take care of grandma and all of that. And I still say, you guys, that I do feel like it would have been a good show if they included not Papa as part of the show. Whether you get along or not, that's a reality of your family. You don't get along. And I feel like it would have been nice if production negotiated something with him where he would shoot, and then at some point they get to shoot together. I think they missed out on really giving us a great show, because I think that it would have been good to see how they interact with each other, how he interacts with grandma, how he interacts with the kids, and also maybe at some point they can work things out with the Blonde. So what I wanted to say here, you guys, is that it looks like the McKenna show is becoming one of the good reality shows that we have on our TV screens right now. So do not miss out. But if you miss out, you guys, it's not a problem, because I shall come back here and tell you all about it. Okay, all about it. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before you're gonna share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in Tanda. Kakho.